Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rebel, and as always, just a quick parental advisory. I tend to cuss and I can talk like a pervert, so if you don't like it, you better exit. So, anyways, we'll just get that out of the way real quick. So yeah, it's story time. So this is kind of an update and to let you know what happened, why I needed it. I have described before why I needed my heart surgery and all that. So, but we're just gonna I'll try to be really quick about this. So basically, my heart misfires. I have extra pathways in my heart that causes my heart to beat really fast, have abnormal beats, and I've done this all my life. Has nothing to do with weight. I know you're gonna say, yeah, that's why. It has nothing, absolutely zero to do. Anybody can have this issue. You're born with it. Um, so yeah, so I've had it all my life, and it's got worse the older I got, and I went into the ER one night because it was going 215 beats per minute, so that's extremely too high. It had my blood pressure elevated too high, so they decided then I needed this heart ablation done. That's what it's called, is a heart ablation. And the first time was not successful. The doctor really didn't do nothing. As a matter of fact, the new surgery, the one I just got done with, revealed that he kind of fucked it up, basically. Um, so the new doctor had to try to fix what the old doctor screwed up. So now we're going to this surgery. So what it entails is a heart ablation is basically they go in and they burn the pathways and they try to reroute. If you think about your heart has an electrical box, a fuse box, kind of in a way. So the doctor's like an electrician, and he has to go in and try to rewire to try to get your heart to beat normal. After the first surgery, my heart was stupid at that point because the first doctor totally did it wrong. Instead of having SVT attacks like once, twice, three times a year, after the first surgery, it was daily. At least once a day, more like five times a day, just depending. It was daily after that first surgery. So yeah, the ablation requires that you go through the groin. If you know anatomy, if you don't know anatomy, you have two main, really large, basically veins, blood vessels that go down your legs up to your heart. So they go through your groin, they go up to your heart that way. They have several different tools. There's they could either use a burning tool. I think there's one that's a frozen, like it freezes. I think he used the burning one though. And then it has a camera and it has like little hands. So I think there's like three or four different wires that go up in this tube that goes up to your heart. Um, that's not really the issue. That the groin is about, yay. I mean, it's nothing, nothing to heal. It wasn't even really sore afterwards. But yeah, he went up there, and of course they have to get your heart to start acting stupid. So my heart wasn't acting stupid at that time. So they had to give me a medicine that causes my heart so he can map out everywhere that's going haywire. And he did that. Well, then my heart would stop doing the SVT. And then in between the heart doing the SVT and stuff, they wound up having to shock me. I had the clear paddle marks on my chest here, and then I had a lower paddle mark here, but the one up on my chest was clearly the one that really barked me. I guess. So they didn't say if I coded or what happened, but they had to shock me at one point, and I have been shocked before, and that's not fun. So I know the lines of that. But the first surgery, the doctor only took less than an hour. This second surgery, the doctor took over 4 hours, close to 5 hours. So it was very extensive. So that's what's taken me so long to recover. Because the first surgery, it really wasn't nothing to recover. I had a few days of soreness. But this time around, I had a few days of just extreme pain, and I'm still kind of sore, especially if I cough or I breathe heavy. I'm still sore. So yeah, I went to the doctor a week ago for the follow up, and he showed me a map where they mapped it out, and then where they cauterized to try to. The whole bottom of my heart was cauterized and burned, basically. Um, Trying to redo what the last doctor did and trying to fix, and trying to get my heart to a normal rhythm and stuff. So, yeah, in this surgery, of course, this one was better in that way because they put me out first before they start trying to freeze. They have to freeze you. They have to lower your body temperature low. The first surgery, they did it all while I was still awake, and that was horrible. Laying there naked, they're putting ice packs and blankets and stuff all over you. You're freezing to death. Um, like at the when I woke up from surgery the first time, my jaw hurt so bad. And it's because I was chattering. You know how you get cold and your teeth chatter? I was doing so much of that in the first surgery. And it made my jaw so sore for doing all the chattering. But so the second surgery, like I said, I was really thankful that they didn't freeze me before I was out. So they put me out, then did all that stuff. So I didn't have to endure that. But coming out of surgery, I could faintly remember shaking. My whole body was shaking, so I was still not warmed up completely. And I can remember hearing the nurses, let's bring a heater in here. We need some more warming blankets, all that to get me. So I can remember the shaking. I don't really remember a lot of pain at that point. But what happens is they go through a main artery. They do that. Well, whenever they do that, you need to lay completely still. You can't move on your back for at least 4 hours, if not 6 hours, because they're afraid that either that will pop open and you'll bleed out, or you'll get a blood clot. So you can't move at all. And that was a problem for me. That's the big issue. I can't lay on my back since my cancer surgery. It hurts to lay on my back. I could do it for maybe, 20 minutes, but then I start getting really uncomfortable. I have to sleep sitting up. So that became the issue then. And I told them beforehand, what my deal is. And they said, well, we will give you stuff when we notice you're in pain so that way you're not moving. Because I told them the first time they couldn't keep me still, and I wasn't alert enough to tell them, hey, my back's really hurting me, so I was just automatically trying to get off my back, and they couldn't keep me still. So this time I made sure I told them, look, this is what the problem is. This is what I could do. So, and I almost got through it. They gave me something, or I was still really knocked out from the anesthesia. I slept 3 hours through that waiting period. On that third hour, I woke up, and I just remember extreme pain, and I wanted to move so bad. I was crying, and when the nurses come running in there because she heard me, and she said, what's wrong? And I said, I'm hurt, or at least the best I could because my mouth was so dry. I told her I was hurting real bad, and she's like, hold on really quick. I'm going to go get you your stuff. So they wound up giving me morphine. And once she got that done and everything, it finally started calming down some. I was still in pain, but it wasn't the pain that I was experiencing from just laying there. And yeah, I mean, just waiting that extra other hour to go by was just so long. They let Billy come in, and my adopted mom, she came in, and they sat with me for a while, and then of course she had to leave, go home, because it was like 8, 9 o'clock by that point, because the surgery taken so long during that day. So they finally, my hour was over with. I was about to pee all over myself. They said, you have to get up, Usually after surgeries, they want you to get up as quick as you can to keep for blood clots from happening and all that. So I had to pee anyway. So they were getting me up, and I about threw up everywhere because of the morphine. The morphine makes you very nauseous, or at least it did me, very nauseous and very dizzy. Um, so they got me up, got me in a wheelchair, and wheeled me over to the bathroom, and the nurse helped me in there and stuff. And after that, they released me. They're like, "You're good to go." Like, I can't even hardly walk, so get me home and everything. Like I said, the first night I was uncomfortable, but it wasn't bad. Then the second day, to especially the second night, I was extreme pain. I just about tapped out. I had Billy take me to the ER. I was in a lot of pain. But I fought through it. And the third day was still quite a bit of pain. And like I said, it was in my chest. It was all in my chest, my lower chest. I couldn't take very deep breaths. I was having trouble breathing because every time I would just take a little breath, it would hurt really bad. Um, it was just bad. That first week was pretty rough. The second week, like I said, it's gradually it's gotten better. I've taken a lot of Tylenol, especially the first week, 2 weeks. I was taking a lot of Tylenol. I was probably overdosing the first week on Tylenol, but they didn't give me nothing for pain. Um, so I was just trying to do whatever I could at home to help it. But yeah, like I said, got through it. But I noticed the whole time it's still my heart's not beating right. It's irregular. It hasn't. Well, it did go into SVT once, but it didn't last very long. Maybe 15 seconds it stopped. Instead of going 3, 4, 5 hours like it was before. But it's not acting right, and it's still causing me to have the dizziness and feeling like I'm going to faint and all that fun stuff. So at the doctor's appointment, like I said, I had last week, the follow up, told him about it, and he kind of seemed concerned. I'm like, oh my god. So he said, what we could do is, since you're still having issues, we could put a monitor on you now, monitor and see what it's doing. Or he said we could wait 90 days, which I think that's what the last doctor told me too. So about the 90-day period, that sometimes it takes the heart a little while to get used to the new wires, electric system going on, that it'll take it a while, and then sometimes they will go back to a normal beat and everything in a normal. So he said we could either go ahead and do the monitor now or just wait the 90 days, and then if it's still doing this, put me on a monitor. I said let's just wait the 90 days because maybe there's a chance that it'll, kick back to what it should be doing. But they gave me like a 60% chance before I had the surgery that he could fix it because he wasn't for sure what took place with the first surgery. So it wasn't a high, number that it would fix me. So I don't know if it fixed me. I'm kind of thinking it hasn't fixed me because it's been, close to a month now. And I'm still having those issues. And I've talked to other people who's had the same problem as me, and they've done multiple surgeries for 5, and they still have issues. So I don't know. The doctor also in the follow up said that the heart could grow back pathways if it wants to. And I'm like, and he said a few of the pathways that the other doctor did do, were that grew back, but there was other issues that the other doctor caused in his process of doing it. So so that's where I stand, and I've talked to Billy about it, and as for right now, if I just leave it alone and not deal with it, it's not going to instantly kill me, but what it could do possibly if it goes on through the years, it could lead to what am I thinking? Congestive heart. yeah, congestive heart disease or other heart diseases, because it does put a strain on your heart if it's constantly beating real fast or skipping or just doing stupid stuff. But I've talked to Billy about it, and I I don't think I want to do a third surgery if that's what they're going to require or say I need again. I don't know if I'm going to do it, to be honest. The last one really took it out of me, and it's taken me forever to recover, and I'm still not the same. Um, but then on the other hand, I can't. It's been hard to deal with my heart way it was, because I can't do much, because if I get to do it too much, then my heart starts going stupid, and then it affects, like I said, it goes to my head more than anything. Um, affects my breathing. It causes me to kind of lose my breath. It causes me to get real dizzy, very lightheaded. I fainted before. So yeah, I can't really do a whole lot of like. This coughing too is part of it. But I can't do like a lot of, like, I couldn't run for very far without it start to affect me, or I couldn't, work out hard, or even like just doing stuff around the house, like a lot of housework at once. I have to kind of just do a lot of breaks in between, just so I don't get too exerted. I don't know what the word is, but um, we're gonna get a little risque here, but sex was the same way. If I was getting too into it, my heart would go stupid. So it's like a thin line. I have to watch what I do, and then on the process of that, because I have to watch what I do, and I can't do a whole lot. I have gained tons of weight. It has drove me crazy. I've never had an issue with being big, because I have been big, but this is the biggest I've ever been, and I don't like it. This is I want to be back to where I was, and I don't like this. So I'm having hell losing weight, and I've been trying, and I've been dieting, and I'm like, I'm almost to the point I'm going to have to do like a starvation diet in order to drop anything, because I can't really get out and exercise a lot. I can walk. The walking doesn't bother me as long as it's not a really long one, if I can take breaks. But damn, I'm not used to, like I said, feeling like a lazy bum, unable to really do a whole lot. And it's since my surgery, I've really been bad. It's like I really can't do a whole lot without have to take breaks. Without, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. So that's where we are now. Like I said, we're going to wait. I think I go back in the doctor after that 3 months. I think it is in July. Or no, actually, the 3 months. Let's see. Okay, it would be July. So I go back in to see them, and then we will go from there. Like I said, I just don't think I want to do another surgery if that's what it requires. Because this is my worry, and I talked to the doctor about it. He said it's a good possibility that if they keep on going in there and have to burn, and it just doesn't fix, that they will want to put in a pacemaker. Or if they go in and burn, that they burn the wrong spot and just kill the whole electrical pathway system, then it's a pacemaker. And I don't know. Everybody keeps on telling me pacemakers are nothing, and but I don't want one. I am I no. I don't know why. I just do not want one. Like, to me, that's like the last resort thing. And then what about, the pacemaker? That's the only thing keeping you going. And at that point, there's nothing left. If the pacemaker fails or doesn't work for you, the only thing you have at that point is a new heart. And how hard is that to get a new organ and stuff? So I definitely don't go through all that. That would be a horrible surgery to have a heart transplant. No. So like I said, I'm seriously thinking about, if they do bring it up. Like I said, hopefully, God willing, it will eventually go back to normal. Then I won't have to deal with it anymore, and I can just live my life normally instead of having to do what I've been doing the last 2 years. So we'll see. But I do appreciate everybody that has commented, left me messages and all that. All your prayers, your thoughts has been so appreciative. Thank you so much for it. And I couldn't get through life right now without Billy beside me. He's been a rock. I said, I have put that guy through so much in the last 4 years. And he still loves me probably more now than ever. Because when you go through the shit like this, you take love for granted until you go through this shit. Then you realize how short your time is together, and it brings you closer. So, like I said, he has, especially the 2 weeks after the surgery, he had to take care of me, had to help take care of the boys, and I can't do it without him, that's for sure. But yeah, thank you all so much. And you got any questions, leave them down below, or comments, or whatever. I'll be more than happy to try to answer questions, or I would love to hear your feedback. So yeah, that's my story so far, and we'll see in the 3 months what is going to happen. Like right now, it's doing it. So it was skipping and doing really funky things. So, and every time, like I said, every time it happens, it goes to my head and I get dizzy. So, yeah, that's my life right now. And I don't want it to seem like I'm asking for sympathy or anything. I'm not asking for sympathy. I know there's some of y'all that are kept up with what's been going on, or you just got questions about what is going on, or so that's why I wanted to do this videos and let y'all kind of see the progress and hear the stories about it. So it is dinner time. Plus Billy's out tonight, so I think me and Brayden are gonna watch a movie and eat some probably junk food tonight. We'll do some junk food. Pop some popcorn, all that fun stuff. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And as always, I will see you guys really soon. Love y'all.